Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below. And I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. And keep in mind that tarot is just a tool. It's not the final rule. Okay? All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Hope you're doing wonderful. Hope you're feeling great. Okay. Be mindful of what you're choosing to believe, collective. The download I'm receiving in this moment is be mindful of what you're choosing to believe about yourself, about others, about life, about what you're seeing out of your two eyes, about what you're hearing, conversations, gossiping, slandering regarding others. Be mindful of what you are choosing to believe. And so with the word choosing being a focus and that message there, basically Spirit is saying you have a choice in what you choose to believe, just like we have a choice each and every day. Excuse me, and what do we give our energy to? Okay, we have free will and we have a choice. There's a need for you to be mindful because with the star card in the upright, there's a lot of prosperity and great things that you are in alignment with. Spirit is saying, and it's your time to reap. This is your season to receive lots of progress, lots of prosperity. And it's different for everyone watching. Some of you could be maybe building a business. Maybe you're waiting to see some kind of financial return or some kind of increase in your customer service. This could be someone waiting to receive an answer, an approval, a letter of approval, for a job, for a housing situation. This could be for a loan, for a grant, okay, or some kind of acceptance letter I'm picking up. But it's different for everyone watching, even if I haven't named what you're working on at this time. But as we're starting off with the star energy and it's in the upright, this means that this is the right time. This is your season for you to reap what you deserve, what you've worked for, what you've earned, what you've been planting seeds for, that things are coming into harvest for you. So be mindful what you choose to believe. And so with the word choose being the main focus in that download there, be mindful because you do not want to miss the boat. You do not want to miss out on your opportunity. You do not want to become so overwhelmed and distracted by things you are hearing in social media. I don't care what it is, on the television, negative topics, engaging in gossip, allowing people to throw you off. Spirit is saying there could be people around you, or maybe there is someone who is around you who could be just not in their best mode. Okay, and it's okay. We all have different levels of life, and every day is different for each and every one of us. But there could be someone or a group of people around you, collective, who's just not feeling like they're in this star energy. You can be very inspired and motivated, feeling great. You have good news coming in. You're feeling positive, and you don't need anyone or any illusional circumstance tainting your opportunity. You do not want it to taint your opportunity, because as you see in the star card, there's more than enough. So there's something about an overflow of favor and opportunity that's coming your way, collective. So be mindful of what you're choosing to believe, because it can taint your favor, your opportunity, and your blessing. Something you've been working on, something you've been expecting and waiting for. With the Four of Cups, as I say, waiting for, this is something for a long time you have been working hard towards, you have been building, or you've been simply waiting for a response. A lot of times you may have given up and felt like you were being ignored, or you never, confirmation with the belch there, receive a response, but the answer is going to come, a letter of approval out of nowhere, and it's going to make you very happy. So be mindful of what you are choosing to believe. You have a choice. This is not saying to ignore life. This is not saying to pretend or be fake. This is simply saying do not allow yourself to get emotionally attached to things that are out of your control and things that have nothing to do with you. Do not allow yourself to get emotionally attached and engage in different topics and conversations as well. No matter what you see that is going on throughout the world, worldwide, whether this is personal, something within the family, there could be something going on. Maybe family members are passing judgment or gossiping, stay out of the mess, basically. Spirit is saying, because there's something about luck and favor coming your way, and they don't want you to miss out on some kind of opportunity, okay? For some of you, this could also be someone reaching out to you to give you an opportunity. So this could be like they don't want you to miss a phone call, a message. Make sure you're reading your mail. You're not just tossing everything in the trash. Sometimes we get things that we call junk mail and we assume that they're trash, but make sure you're reading through your mail, checking your emails, checking your voicemail. You don't have to be hyper focused, but it's something here about you being distracted. This could be something that's going on in the media. This could be something that has everyone else politically alarmed. Um, and you could end up becoming so emotionally engaged that you miss out on something that you have been waiting for. It's very strong for a long time. You've been waiting to receive this assistance, this approval, this loan, this grant. You've been waiting for this, and it's finally here. Okay. And then there's something about you don't want the person to reach out to you. Someone could reach out to some of you, collective, and you don't want them to move on to the next application. Something about someone trying to reach you and they can't reach you because you're distracted. Not that you're busy, you're distracted, and they're saying they don't want you distracted by nonsense. So be mindful of what you're choosing to believe. What you're choosing to believe, you should give your energy and power to, because as I said, you've been building, you've been waiting, and you've been planning for a long time, and it is here for you. Okay. So, all of your work, any suffering, any sacrifices you have made has not gone unnoticed. Okay. You are not forgotten, collective. And you're going to feel this way when you receive this answer, when you receive this news, and for some of you, it's going to be money news. It says making investments. Okay. And this money is going to put you into the position you may be investing, whether this is stock market, this is real estate, starting a business, maybe clearing your debt, maybe fixing up your home where you live. It's going to allow you to upgrade your life. If this is a job opportunity, this is the job you've been waiting for. It pays well, it comes with benefits, and you thought they would never call you, but the opportunity is here. Okay. So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. So you've been working hard, you've been patient, you've been persistent, you've been very diligent, even when things weren't favorable for you, even when there were days when you would wake up and maybe you didn't feel your best. Maybe you weren't in a good mood. It happens. It's called life. Okay. But you stay persistent and consistent, and for your diligence and for you staying focused on the goal at hand, you're being rewarded. You're being rewarded. So this reading here is confirmation. This is not a coincidence. You know who you are. Watching this video, there's something you've been waiting to receive a response from. And for some of you, it's something you've been building and working hard towards. Okay. And the reason you've been working hard towards it with this Eight of Pentacles, because you trust to know that there will be a positive outcome or turnaround, Spirit is saying. So yes. And so this opportunity is going to allow you to transform your life with the Death card and the upright. You could have Scorpio placement somewhere in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or any placement, but it's going to allow you to transform your life in a very beautiful way. As I was just mentioning, someone's going to be upgrading their home, their vehicle. So for some of you, you may just be buying a house. This may be the down payment you need for the home that you want, or some of you may be cashing out, paying cash for a home. But either way, this is good news coming in, and Spirit is saying, be mindful what you're choosing to believe, because this could be a distraction. There's something about a person, that tell them to repeat it, a person or either a group of people. It's either their energy that can taint you missing out, cause you to miss out on this phone call or this information, or you may have some people around you. You know how you're in a group setting, your phone ring and it's a lot of noise around you. And you really, if you're not at home, you can't tell everybody to shut up. If you're at your house, you can say, hey, shut up, I'm answering the phone. But, you could be out in public or at someone's home and it's just loud and noisy, and you could misinterpret some information that's coming through as well. So be careful. If you receive a phone call and you're somewhere loud and noisy, this is very Pacific. Make sure you're willing to step out of the room, the house, wherever you are, and go somewhere quiet so you can get accurate information, okay? I actually see someone writing down information like with a pen and a paper. Make sure that you're willing to pause what you're doing. You don't have to be hyper focused and have anxiety about this, but if you get a phone call, be willing to pause what you're doing, step outside of the location where you're at if it's noisy, so you can get accurate information. You don't want to write down the wrong thing because you got the phone to your ear and it's a bunch of noise and you're trying to do two things at once. Okay, something here about missing the boat and misinterpreting communication, misinterpreting what's being told to you. Someone could tell you, you've got the job, show up at 9 a.m. and instead you hear show up at 12 for some reason, for whatever reason. Maybe you had one too many martinis, but the person on the other side don't know you're having martinis, and that's okay. But yeah, you can be having a great time, and you can have a good time, but yeah, it's different for all of you. Yeah. What else collective need to know regarding not missing out on this blessing, this favor? And be mindful of who you share this positive news with, because as I mentioned, there may be some people around you who aren't feeling their best, and that's okay. All right. Just be mindful. You may want to get this good news and take it to yourself. If it's an interview, show up, on time, polished, and ready to get the job. And once you're working, then maybe you can share that news later that you got that job and you're successful. But for some of you, that's not for all you. There's someone around you that's just not doing so well. This could be financially, this could be emotionally. Maybe they're going through some financial hardships. Maybe they're going through a divorce, a separation. Maybe they're just not happy. They lack confidence. And so be mindful of who you share your business with, because this is going to change how you show up. Okay. And so really you don't have to share. Wow. You don't have to share this news, collective, because this news is going to change how you show up. This is going to be a financial win. It's coming through very strong. And if it's not money directly, it's going to be an opportunity that's leading to money. So either way, it's going to change the way you show up. It's going to allow you to transform your life. This is something you've been waiting on forever. And this is your season. You don't need a reason. You don't need permission to be great, but be mindful, because there are some people who will tend to hate, you're persevering with the 9 of Wands. You're making it through no matter who you are. And this person who's not in the best place right now, this could be someone who's endured a lot of hardships in their life. This could be someone who just feels like, when will it be my turn? This could be a friend, a relative, okay, a coworker, okay, someone you hang around or you communicate with a lot. They may be feeling bruised and broken, and you're like, look, I've been through all that, but I'm still rising, because justice is here. So there's a lot of balance here, coming for you. In this information, this favor, this opportunity, in the upright, you could have Libra placement, sun, moon, or rising, okay, in your chart somewhere, but this is your justice, this is your balance, okay. Your energy is being recalibrated. So all that like I said, all the hard work you've endured, sacrifices you made, maybe you've missed out on time, spending time with your children because you had to work overtime. Maybe there were some things you weren't able to participate in due to financial situations, but that is ending. That is over with. And this is your justice. You're transforming your finances. You're transforming your opportunity, okay, to be financially abundant and secure in your life. But be mindful of who you share this information with. Everyone is not going to be happy for you. Everyone is not for you. And it's okay. It's really okay. It's nothing really to get angry about. You don't want everyone to be for you. Okay. And when it comes to your finances, that should be kept private anyway. When it comes to your next move, your plans, your blessing, your romantic connections, those are things that you keep off the table. Those aren't things that you openly expose to the world. Though with social media, we tend to do otherwise, but if you want to protect that, you don't expose that, let people find out things about you organically. That means not through you, spirit will reveal what needs to be seen or known about you. This is not about being in fear. This is about being wise, utilizing the knowledge that you gain over time and being wise and not being so open out here willy-nilly, giving people the blueprint, the sauce to who you are, giving people directions basically to come and try to sabotage what you are building and creating. And you don't want that. Not after you've been waiting for a long time and you've been working hard. I'm picking up on someone who's been actually doing a lot of overtime, maybe working more than one job, a job and a hustle, missing out on activities with your family, with your children, because you had to get to the bag. You had to punch that clock. Saving here and there, maybe, hey, eating for dinner what you don't want to eat. Okay, noodles again. Okay, again, leftover again. I gotta eat that spaghetti again. I gotta eat that chicken. Yes, we're going to eat it because we're on a budget. We're saving. That is over with. This is changing for you. So, if you are a parental figure, this is not only changing your life, whether you're a parent or not, but this is changing your children's life as well. They'll have options. You'll be able to travel with them. You'll be able to, treat them and buy things for them that you want them to experience. Someone's going to take their family on a vacation. That could be the first thing on your list, but this is going to be a great surprise that you're going to be grateful to receive. The next card we have is the Knight of Cups, and so this is communication. So this communication is coming in, and it's going to change the way you show up. It's going to change. It's going to make you more creative as well. You may decide to pick up some kind of creative project or some kind of creative hobby that you once did in the past, but maybe you let it go for whatever reason. This could be because you were busy working. Maybe work exhausted you. You could be someone that worked 12 hours, or an 8-hour job, and then maybe you have a second job somewhere else. So about time you finish working every day and you get home. Well, you know what the hot shower does. Once you get off work, you take the hot shower or the bath and you sit on the bed. We know what that means. It's night time. Unless you got somebody there motivating you, like, come on, let's get dressed so we can go, so we can hang out. It's night time. You're ready to get some rest, okay? But you've been busy working and maintaining, as adults do, being very responsible, being resilient, self-efficient, taking care of business the way you're supposed to, and you're being rewarded. This is something that you're supposed to do naturally, but you're being rewarded. Your hard works are not gone unnoticed at all. With the Knight of Swords, possibly there could be someone very ambitious coming towards you. This may be one of the distractions. I mentioned distractions at the beginning, but while you're in the phase of enjoying this new life, this new energy, this new money, there may be someone from your past who may try to intercept, get your attention. All of a sudden, they have time to talk to you. They want to be bothered with you. They want to hang out with you. Yeah, and this is someone that you're not interested in. This is someone you dealt with in your past and you're over them, but they see you. People know money when they see it, they smell it. You ain't even got to tell it. Okay. And so they're going to see you upgrading your life because I say you're going to show up differently. You're going to be showing up differently. This could be the way you dress, what you drive, where you live. And people are going to talk. Collective people are going to talk. That's what people do. Okay. And it's going to be a lot of chatter. Look what the collective is doing. Look what they're wearing. Look what they're shopping. Oh, you see their children. Oh, someone's going to be going to the hair salon every week, every 2 weeks, or just like increasingly, your life is going to change, and you're not supposed to be afraid to enjoy life. There's nothing wrong with that. But Spirit is saying, be mindful of sharing every step that you're going to make with people around you. If you, a good example of this is you come into this money, you have an appointment. Maybe you want to see an accountant. You made an appointment to go see a lawyer or an accountant, or go to one of your financial institutions, and you want to handle some business with your finances. This could be setting up a 401k. This could be setting up some kind of mutual fund, some kind of savings. You don't want to have your friends and your family with you while you're handling your personal business with your finances. It's nobody's business what you're applying for or how you're storing your money or how much you have. It is no one's business. Those things you need to do by yourself. Okay, that's part of the message, because you're going to have some jelly eyes around you. You're going to have some jealous folks. And so Spirit wants you to protect it, because this blessing, this favor is for you. You've worked hard, you earn it, your children deserve it. I'm also picking up, you could be someone who's into making vision boards. You could have things on your vision board that you've been waiting to come to pass, that you've been promising. Someone wants to take their children to Disney World or whatever it is, to each his own. We have free will to do what you want, but it's nobody's business when you're handling your personal business. Something about having people with you when you're conducting business. It's okay to hang out with family and friends, but they don't need to know nothing about your finances, how much you have, how you storing it, or where it's at. It is nobody's business, okay? You can handle those things like the adult that you are, just like you've been handling yourself, working hard and making these sacrifices. You can handle those things on your own. In collective, you'll find the more people that you keep out of your business. Now, we're not talking about hiding, but the more people you keep out of your business that should be off the table, the more peace you'll have in your life. You don't need people chatting about what you have, because a person could hear you have maybe a couple of $100 and it get to the wrong person, and desperate people do desperate things. And that's how you hear about things occurring. People wanting to steal and plot and set people up, even for a little chump change or a few coins. So you want to be mindful. And they're having me extend right here in this message to really, if you are someone who's in the habit of showing everyone what you're doing, it's time to change that. Not even the person that you sleep with. You could have someone that you've been dating for a long time. You love them, they love you. But when it comes to the money, honey, and this blessing that is coming, it's going to create some jelly around you. You're going to have some jelly eyes around you. You know, people who may party with you, you may pay for dinner or be kind and share. Let me tell you, you can share all you want to. There are folks who are so greedy and so lazy to go get their own that they still become jealous and envious, and they want to take what you have. If you got people who envy you being happy and content, when it comes to the money, honey, that's a whole nother ball game. So don't play with your life. Don't play with your safety. Don't play with your well-being. But most of all, do not allow anyone to come and play with you and all that you have worked for. Do not allow anyone to come in your life and play with you and your children deserve. You've been making plans. And if it isn't a vision board, you've been in prayer. You've been communicating with the divine and trusting the process. And when I say don't let anyone come in and destroy, all right, Spirit, they're telling me to talk about it. Do not become so excited. You can make friends and date and be around people, but do not become so excited that you allow someone new to come into your life and they're buffing you up, giving you lots of compliments, saying yes to you all the time, because in hindsight, they really want a piece of what you got. They may be looking at you as a meal ticket, and this is not to insult anyone. This message is coming through, and coming to also, but coming through to protect and give a warning to someone. Your blessings and your favors, I don't care what the amount is, keep it private and to yourself. Put it in the bank, do whatever you're going to do with it, and let it be. You do not have to announce. You have to get out of the energy of wanting to show and prove everything to people. You have to. It's not smart. It's not wise. Look at me. Look at me. Look, baby, we're going to see you. You come outside, you live your life, people will see you. You will be seen. You don't have to yearn for attention, because when you go chasing attention, you may magnetize the wrong attention. So this is not to project fear, but they're having me stay here in this moment because there's someone who's very loose with their lips when it comes to them receiving blessings and opportunity. And evidently your spirit team is conveying through me to stay here so you can know to keep your mouth shut. Do not tell anyone. Buy what you're going to buy. Enjoy life. Do not tell anyone. If you're going to make a large purchase, now we already talked about going to the bank, or maybe you want to set up a fund. If you're going to make a large purchase, like purchase a home or buy a vehicle, you do not need an entourage with you. People do not need to be looking on your shoulder like they're a talking parakeet so they can have your business and go back to the rest of the world chatty-pattying about what you have going on. Because a person can speak to the wrong person and intrigue people to do things that they could or would regret, or cause someone to get hurt. So what you may consider is, oh, that ain't nothing. That's just a couple thousand. Well, to someone who has nothing, that is a lot. I'm just using thousand as an example. Because for some of you, this could be $500,000. 500,000, I'm hearing. And this could be something that's coming to you in increments and parts. This could also be something that you have to go to court for, so that it can be on record. This could also be something that you have to report annually, or you have to pay taxes on. Just be mindful. You do not need people over your shoulder when you're doing transactions with your finances. You are smart. They're saying you are smart and wise. No one is going to gyp you. No one is going to cheat you, because whoever you trust to take with you, they will have their hand out. And even if you give one favor, they're going to come back for another. And whoever see what you have going on, they say they will keep it to themselves, but we know how pillow talk goes. After smooching, that pillow talk, you'll be the topic of discussion. So-and-so just came into a lot of money. So so-and-so the collector, so-and-so, you know. And even those who you feel you should be able to trust will go back and cross conversations about your personal business with people. You have to keep this blessing to yourself. Spirit, can we move on? Can we move on? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One second, Flecker. I have number 26 here. We have the Lenormand deck here. The unopened book weaves stories concealed. The unopened book weaves stories concealed. When pages are read, the truth is revealed. The book guards tales of inner emotions. Blessed are the words of deep devotion. The unopened book collective weaves stories that are concealed. So this is a good metaphor for what I've been conveying through this entire message. Leave your information concealed for your protection, for your peace. Leave your financial information concealed. And so with that being said, and me still, and I just said, can we move forward? And they got me still on it. There is evidently someone around you who cannot be trusted. This could be a family member or a friend. And Spirit is saying this could be someone who you already know who this person is while you're watching this read. You could be saying to yourself, I know exactly who that is, who I not need to trust, or I know exactly who that is, who I not need to tell my business to. So trust yourself, trust your intuition. We trust so many people, places, and things through our entire life. We trust the Uber driver. We trust people to deliver food to us. We trust our physicians with our well-being. We trust new products, whether it's for our hair or skin. We trust it. That's why we purchase it and use it. So Spirit is saying, trust yourself. That inner niggle, your inner wiggle, your intuition, that small voice. You may make a plan to go somewhere and you may change your mind and something may tell you, no, not today, or go another day. Go with that. Go with that. Have number 19 here, okay? A lone tower stands confident and secure. Ground your strength in all that is pure. When troubles surround, weakness may come. Problems that abound, you must overcome. Now, what is sticking out in this Lenormand card here is a lone tower stands confident and secure. Ground your strength in all that is pure. When trouble surrounds, a lone tower stands confident and secure. I was just speaking about how smart and resilient you are, and that don't feel intimidated or that you need to have a group of people with you when you go handle anything regarding a financial transaction. I just mentioned you're very smart, you're very wise. The same God and the same energy that you have used to persevere and sacrifice and work overtime, taking care of your family, your children, making the same energy that you have been using is still within you. The same essence is still within you. You are confident, you are safe, and you are secure. So be secure within yourself and confident enough to know that you don't need a group of people with you. You know how to count. Everybody can count their money if they can't do nothing else. Okay? So don't feel you need someone because, oh, that's my uncle, that's my dad. No, no, no. That same person may be the one who tried to sabotage you, and Spirit wants you to enjoy this win. Okay, someone could win the lottery, this windfall, this unexpected money, this miracle, this blessing, this opportunity. They want you to enjoy it for yourself. You do not have to have survivor's remorse. You do not have to go passing things out. You do not have to buy anyone's friendship, love, or attention. Those who are for you will be there for you. Period. And so they want you to enjoy this. Or if you are a parent, your children to enjoy. Something about having a peaceful nature. They want you to remain centered, grounded, and maintaining a peaceful nature. Spirit is saying, get used to being abundant. Get used to being financially secure. This is going to be a normal thing for you. But get into the habit of not having people with you when you conduct your business. Everything around us, collective, is energy. And it's not about your belief system. It's just like the air that you breathe. It is what it is. And so you want to be mindful. You don't want to taint situations in your life. You don't want to cause things that can be avoided. You don't want to deplete yourself sooner, than expected, or end up running through this financial win or this blessing. I keep hearing win, win, win. You don't want to run through it and look up and every penny is gone because everyone knows and everyone's at your doorstep. Everybody's blowing your phone up. All of a sudden you have family and friends who you haven't spoke to in forever. But everyone is your friend now. Everyone wants to call you, come see you, or they want to tell you what to do. They want to give you direction on what to do. And, just Spirit is saying, keep them all out of your business. No one needs to know. Even if you want to put it in a bank and, they have me stay on this for so long, and maybe spend a little here and there, stretch it, whatever, do that. Make sure your bills paid. You do that. Yeah. And remember, just because someone asks you a question don't mean you have to answer. You can always use none of your business as a response. It's not rude or disrespectful. That's for someone who needs to hear that, okay? I have number 16 here. All right. It says, shining stars bright in the sky, bowls of joy from afar, where happiness lies. In starlight, dreams come true. Hope is in sight, success in view. Confirmation. This is confirmation. Y'all need to hear it again. Shining stars bright in the sky bodes joy far, bodes joy from afar, where happiness lies. In starlight, dreams come true. Hope is in sight. Success is in the view. It's coming. It's coming. Congratulations. Enjoy yourself, collector. Congratulations. Enjoy yourself and just be wise. You don't have to be in fear. That's not what that's about. Be wise. This is for you. Enjoy it. You've worked hard. I'm picking up on somebody really work hard. When I say work hard, I'm talking about working and maybe when you done, you get your check, you got $50 left, and then you about to go fill up the tank. So now you probably down to $10. Them days are over with. That's for somebody Pacific. It's over with. You did not complain. You continue to get up each and every day and show up for work. You continue to take care of your children. You continue to stay positive. You kept the faith. You were not nasty, rude, disrespectful, or arrogant to anyone. You stayed persistent and consistent in your faith. You are not forgotten. And you're getting ready to see it and feel it. And people will see it too, but you still don't owe them nothing. Who cares what they see? You can go buy all the new clothes you want. That is your business and none of theirs. And so what? Oh, the collective got new shoes and they must got some money. So what? Think whatever. Yes, I have new shoes every time you see me. In what? But that doesn't mean you have to explain to anyone. Don't allow anyone to probe you because people will do that. They'll use reverse psychology. Oh, you didn't show up the other day. And yeah, I didn't. And right. Mind your business is what you're going to have to tell them. So this blessing and favor is coming through for you, and congratulations and enjoy it. Just be mindful and remember, have confidence. You're very smart. You're very wise. You didn't get this far by yourself. So the same God, the same essence, the same energy that has been present with you will never leave you. So you're fully capable and able to go and conduct business. And I'm pretty sure if you're doing a financial transaction like purchasing a home or a car or reading a contract of some sort, you know to seek legal advice from an attorney. You can do that also. Or, to ask questions, and you can also look up words. Look, we are never too uppity or too old to use Google, the dictionary, or ask questions. Okay, so you're fully capable and able to handle, these transactions by yourself. This concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.